Hi, Tacoma. I'm Mrs. Oslin.
And I'm Mrs. Wally. Welcome back to TV Classroom.
We are continuing our series of videos about social emotional learning.
Today, we're going to learn all about being a memory champ, which is something I most definitely have to work on.
You'll remember, all across Tacoma, students are all working on the same team cooperation goals throughout the school year. They are active listening,
explain your ideas,
everyone participates,
help and encourage others,
and complete tasks.
This is going to help with that complete task thing.
Yes. We learned some focus strategies to help us when we notice that our brain starts to think about something other than what we're supposed to be thinking about.
We can remind ourselves to use our active listening strategies to make sure our brain refocuses.
We can ignore and limit distractions.
Maybe you have to move away from your friends you really like just so you can focus. I know I have to do that sometimes.
You can use positive self-talk. That might sound like, focus, Mrs. Oslin, focus.
Or, this is hard, but I can do this. And it's really important we only use positive self-talk.
And maybe you have a plan and take notes. That'll help you focus. We also learned about the importance of being able to stop and think. And this is when we're having a really strong emotion and we're not really ready to deal with it yet.
Because sometimes if you don't stop and think, you might deal with it in a way that's not respectful to the people around you or yourself. And we don't ever want to do that on purpose. It's really important when you start, that feeling for me happens right here. I think some people feel it here, some people feel it here, but I feel like I get this feeling right here. And that's when I need to stop and think and walk away for a little while. You also can practice stopping and thinking when you're learning something new and you need to remind yourself to pay really close attention. Yes, or you're learning something new, but it feels overwhelming, and so your brain starts to think about other things. As 4th and 5th graders, it's really important to learn to identify when that happens and bring yourself back to focus. So, what do you do when you're learning something new and you don't want to forget it? Oh, there's lots of things you can do. Let's take some think time to think about what do you do now to help you remember either new information or maybe you have a bunch of tasks you have to get done. You're going to press pause, think about what you do to help you remember, and then press play when you're ready. Okay, so when you're in your classroom and you're learning new information, what helps you remember, Mrs. Wally? Well, I have a hard time remembering if I need to write it down and listen at the same time. I have one of those brains that when I'm writing, my ears turn off. Interesting. So the best thing I can do is when a teacher gives me think time and talk time, so I listen and then I repeat what the teacher says or I write it down afterwards. Okay, so I heard you say two different things. You say it out loud. And then you write it down. Yeah, I say it out loud during an appropriate time. Okay. It's really helpful when my teachers do lots of stop and turn and talks because then I can remember the information better. Yes. You know what I do? What? I sometimes when I have like procedural information that I need to just kind of memorize, I use acronyms or songs to help me. Oh, yes. So for example, if I need to remember like looking at a compass, north, south, northeast, southwest. Yes. I have a couple different acronyms that I like to do. I do too, and that's the only reason I know it. Yeah. What is it? Well, I have two of them. Okay. Never eat shredded wheat. Yep. And never eat soggy waffles. Those are mine too. And that helps remember never, north, eat, east, soggy, south, waffles. You got to point the other way. I got to point the right way. Never eat. We have to do it backwards. That's hard. We do. Never eat shredded soggy waffles. So we remember the words north, east, south, west, but it didn't really help us remember the directions. Well, it did because we had to go backwards for them. True. Mr. Kevin, what were you going to say?
Another thing is it spells news. N-E-W-S.
I learned something new today. That's a great way to remember it. News. Wow. Now, you've heard us talk about some strategies that we use. Did you learn a new strategy that might be helpful for you? Stop and think, what is going to be your memory champ strategy that you're going to focus on? Press pause and
Press play when you're ready. Okay, today we learned to be a memory champ by using positive self-talk
Yes.
always.
We didn't talk about making a list, but that's something I do all the
Yeah.
time.
We talked about writing it down, but we didn't specifically say make a list.
If my teachers give me a bunch of things I have to get done over the week,
Yeah.
either I will ask for a list from my teacher so that I can check it off, or I will make a little list. And something I've learned about myself this year, I don't like checking it off. That's not good enough for me. I like to put a big old line right through it. And that is motivating for me.
And we do that here at TV Classroom
All the
when we
time.
have a bunch of tasks that we're working on. We use a sticky note
Mhm.
on the computer, and we can both get in there.
I think it'd be kind of cool to pull up one of our filming schedules and show them all of our check boxes and things in it.
Right
Would you
now?
do that really quick?
I really could.
Do you guys want to see it? Do we want to see what we're talking about? Because we really do. Look at that. She can zoom it in. Look, you can see we have a list of things we need to complete. You can see that we have little check boxes: PowerPoint complete, filming complete, production due date, and we have it all written down. We have the days we're going to film everything. This is for filming October 11th, right? If you scroll down, Miss Oslin, you can see then we have the next week's filming. You're getting a behind the scenes look at TV Classroom.
Oh, spoiler alert.
We have to use a list in order to keep ourselves organized.
Yeah. And then we'll go back, and right here, this is where we'll fill in the lessons that we're doing so that we know if our PowerPoint's complete, if we filmed it, and then Mr. Kevin knows if he's produced it.
Pretty cool, huh?
That was cool.
If
That was
we
a
don't
great
have
idea.
that, there's no way we could make TV Classroom.
Oh.
It wouldn't work. We know. We've tried.
Yep.
We have to have it.
So making lists, we could ask questions and make up a phrase or a song.
Awesome job, friends. We really hope that you find some of these strategies helpful for you as you're learning new things.
Have a great day. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.
Bye.